Well, where to even begin? I honestly don't know where to start with this. And usually I have these things structured in a way, but there's so much to this one topic, I don't know where to begin. And of course, right here, you see the PlayStation 5, the hot new Sony console. It came out, it's gotten great reviews. The games are looking really promising. People are saying the controller is next level. I want one. I won't be able to get one until January, but that's not the discussion for right now. Maybe I'll save that for the end. But what is the discussion is that getting a PS5 is next to impossible right now unless you were either extremely lucky and B, extremely lucky, or C, you bought one from a scalper. That is the three options right now because it is just plain hard to find one through a myriad of different things. So let's start with the timeline of sorts. So a few months ago, Sony came out and said, you know what? Don't expect PS5 shortages. You know what? They're going to be fine. The production, you're going to be able to get a PS5 on launch. You're not going to have that issue. And let's move over to today. PS5 stock. Sony says absolutely everything is sold as supply slows down to a trickle. So the demand was so high that even their initial responsive systems that they had for launch is gone. And they said this is the most they've ever put into a console launch. Like going back to the PS3 era, I believe the United States had about 400,000 units on like launch day, and they had about 2 million units as a worldwide basis. But I forgot how many that the 5 had. It had a good amount. Like they said a pretty high number. But yeah, the 5 is sold out everywhere. You can't get one. And if you do try and get one, well, you're going to have to spend eBay prices, which, like, look at this price. Like, 1,800. Like, 1,000. 660. It's like, that's honestly, it's the cheapest one, but, like, look at this garbage. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. This dude's got 12. 12 PS5s. Like, I'm just blown away. And the thing that's really sad, and the reason why this sucks is that people are going to buy it. People are going to support it. And there's people who don't know any better. There are people who are like a family who they're like, you know what, I want my son to have the PS5 for Christmas. I can't wait for Sony to release a shipment. So they're going to buy from a reseller. And they're going to get ripped off. It's like, I always say it, and I said it in my previous GWC discussion on Mario 3D All-Stars. Do not support scalpers. Don't support this line of practice. Just wait. Because at a certain point, you will be able to get your own PS5 for retail price, and you will not be giving money to like dirty practices. That has always been my philosophy. I refuse to spend more than retail price. Unless it's like a video game from like the 1980s. And at that point, it's like, well, I'm not going to be getting that game for its original price. But for new stuff, like, no, I'm going to wait till I can get it retail. And people are acting like, man, the PS5, you're not going to get this for a long time. I'm like, I assure you, come January, possibly February, you're going to see a lot of PS5s back in stock. And a lot of these resellers are going to be screwed because they're going to be like, wait, well, like, how am I going to sell all these PS5s now? I have to either sell them for retail price or above. Like, they're going to be screwed. They're either going to have to return it or just keep them, which I honestly, I'm hoping. And if history repeats itself, then we might see that because you go back to 2006. This Ars Technica article. PS3 had this exact thing. When it first came out, PS3s were going like gangbusters. And I even found, where is it at? I found it on this website right here, Daily Nebraskan, from November 19th, 2006. A PS3 on eBay was going for, I don't know how much it was, but this guy said he ended up making almost $9,000 on a 360. And that they're going for, yeah, here he goes. Wolf and the other line campers were all excited on Thursday about news that consoles were already listed at $3,000 on eBay. They were going for that price back then. For PS3s, they were going into $1,000, like $900, and so on. I remember it very vividly on launch that it was just expensive for a good bit. But a month later, Sony dropped a lot more PS3s, and you were able to get a PS3 with no issue. And a lot of resellers ended up having to return their systems. Now, do I think it's going to be exactly like that? Probably not, but it's definitely going to happen soon. Sony's going to increase the manufacturing on them, and we're probably going to see more PS5s come onto the market, either, if not December, definitely early 2021, either January, February. Like, mark my words, it's probably going to happen, because a lot of big games are going to be coming out within those few months, and they're going to want to make sure that they have the systems to fit the games coming out. But yeah, it's wild right now if you're trying to get one. And there's a lot of things that are just making it tough too. Like if you're trying to go to a Best Buy or a Walmart or Amazon to get it, when they have their restocks, it's hard because you have situations like this where people have the auto carts and the checkout bots where they can instantly, within like a millisecond, get like a bunch of systems in a matter of seconds. And the same kind of thing happened with the RTX cards that came out and the NVIDIA cards. Like they came out within 1 second of it hitting 8 in the morning. They were all sold out. Like I don't know a single person who has that card because it was exactly like this. Like a lot of people had the bots on, they bought them and they went to eBay and they put like, oh, the card was $1,000, $8,000. So it's it's wild out there. And you would think it just ends there, but then you have some stuff like this, which is very like, And I know this is, when it loads, it's Reddit. I do have to say, yeah, it is Reddit, so take it with a grain of salt. But I have seen this exact post and these kind of exact things in a lot of different places. And the thing is that FedEx workers are taking PS5 consoles. I've seen it a bit on Twitter. I've seen it on different websites. I've seen news articles about it where people are getting their PS5s. They're seeing that it says it's been delivered. They haven't got it. And when they look into the info into it, they're like, oh, well, see, it was delivered at this time. And they're like, wait, well, I was home all day. I have a camera that goes over my house. No package came. So what really happened? So it's a lot of stuff like that. It's just, it is crazy. Like I feel like there's more PS5s in the box than are even being played right now. Like look at this. PS5 Scalper Group has more online stock than most major retailers. 3,500 PS5 consoles. Like that's nuts. That is a lot of systems right there, just sitting in the box collecting dust. I'm like, I have my fingers crossed right now. You can't see it. Maybe you can hear it. You probably can't hear it. My fingers are crossing. I'm like, man, I'm hoping Sony just drops a lot of systems so they don't get their money back. It's like, I understand it's a business. If people are going to do that, you know, it's not illegal what they're doing. The memes for it are definitely like sketchy as fuck, but I just am not going to support it. And I hope it fails tremendously on them. It would be a beautiful sight. It's like, wow, the year just started and people messed up for being dirty. But yeah, I could probably go on for another like 10 minutes talking about this just because it's really wild. But you know what? Like I said in the beginning, I do believe that there's going to be more PS5s early in the year. If you are looking to get a PS5, don't succumb to the resellers. Just wait. There will be more. Like, your wallet will thank you later. And I also mentioned in the beginning, like, why I don't have a PS5 right now. Coming from the Sony man here. Honestly, the reason I don't have a PS5 is Sony waited too long on that pre-order opening. They waited like, man, it was like September, October when they were like, the PS5 is now available for pre-order. It's like, thanks for giving me no time to save up for this system so I can slowly put money into it to buy it off. So now it's like, well, I gotta have the money ready for when it does actually come back in stock. And it's just like, this is whack. Like, why couldn't you just wait and announce it back in August? It's like, hey, here, you can start pre-ordering the system in August. That would have given me enough leeway. That's really the only reason why I don't have it, is just off that. Because I would have easily, had I got the pre-order in, I would have had it pre-ordered and I would have paid it off slowly. Like I've done with every system. The PS4, I did that. The Wii U, I did that. But I couldn't do it with the 5. I'm just going to have to wait until I can get one. But you know what? I think it is actually going to be worth the wait because this system's looking pretty good right now. It's looking really good. I have a new 4K TV now. I can now fully enjoy the 5. So now it just comes a waiting game. So I think that's going to do it. I've been talking long enough about random things. Hopefully there's some kind of cohesion to my discussion. But it's going to go on 100 different ways when I start doing these things. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'll hopefully, if you do have a PS5, I hope you're enjoying it. If you're still trying to get a PS5 before the holiday season, you know what? Good luck to you. I hope you can get one. And if you're waiting like me, you know what? Come in the trenches with me. We can all wait together. So until next time, I'm John GWC, and I will see you later. Play has no limits. Well, they should have put a limit on those resellers because they don't got no limit. God dang it.